Hey, everybody, welcome to Locked On Lakers on YouTube. Brian Kamenetsky and Andy Kamenetsky. Andy, the rumor mill is already churning stuff out. The season's not even over, but it's going. Reckless speculation season is upon us. Chris Fedor of
speculation.
Cleveland.com reporting, this is not reckless, I'm sure he's doing real reporting here, that the Cleveland Cavaliers...
Our reaction to it is reckless.
Is reckless, correct. The reporting is not. Not from legitimate guys like him. The Cavs, they're interested in Alex Caruso. A lot of teams, Andy, once this whole thing gets fired up, are going to be interested in Caruso. They're going to be interested in Talen Horton-Tucker. And I think are going to make the Lakers very uncomfortable in one way or another. Let's talk about Caruso, though, specifically. How important do you think it is for the Lakers to bring him back?
I think it's pretty important. I mean, when you take into account, how good he is defensively. Like, if Alex Caruso were a starter, he would be getting all defense votes. I think the thing that keeps him from getting them is the fact that he comes off the bench. Like,
yes,
you have to be somebody with an exceptional reputation, like a Matisse Thybulle, to be able to get those type of votes coming off the bench. I've done a little bit of deep diving on this. It is really rare to get that type of recognition and the type of role that Caruso has, but he is that impactful. But also, too, he plays so well with LeBron and with AD, the three of them, or two of them, especially with LeBron and Caruso, they have really good chemistry together, and they play well off each other. They anticipate each other well. Caruso will be the first to say, and I think he's correct, he is a smart player on the floor, and those are the type of players that not only thrive alongside LeBron, but LeBron really enjoys playing with. Like, remember in LeBron's first year, when everybody started getting hurt, and there was a period where before LeBron eventually shut it down, he was basically playing with a bunch of G Leaguers. He loved playing with Caruso. Like, from minute one,
the chemistry with them is real, and LeBron respects the way Caruso plays, and the results show on the floor. You talk about impact. Top three guys on the team this year in terms of net rating: LeBron James, followed by Alex Caruso, and then Anthony Davis. So it's hard to say that the guy doesn't have an impact. And the year before, the numbers, the analytics on the advanced numbers, I should say, on Caruso were even better. And so I think they have to bring him back. I think they kind of need to bring back Talen Horton-Tucker as well. They're going to try to, they almost have to try to bring back Schroder, flaws and all, because they can't replace him with somebody who's as good.
Unless you think THT is ready to take like that next step, like you sense that is coming I'm saying this.
But even then, I know I get it. But even then, I still think there's a premium on needing to re-sign Schroder, even if THT is ready to do that, because again, you still need to fill out and replace guys.
What
I'm
on the saying roster. Is, if say you were looking to do some type of sign and trade involving Schroder, and you didn't think that his specific skill set was necessary,
I realize it's reckless speculation, but if we could table that for just a moment for people. You can't make sign and trades with Schroder. We should all get out of that habit as analysts and fans. I know that's not what you're doing, but like if you're at home trying to conjure up ways to do a sign and trade with Dennis Schroder, it is a long shot to say the least. The thing that I think is what's going to happen here, though, is teams are going to put a ton of pressure on the Lakers to try to box them into, at the very least, spending a ton of money on what they do to have to keep the roster together. They're going to pressure them on Caruso. They're going to pressure them on THT, and they're going to force the Lakers to keep their own guys by having to go well into the luxury tax, because eventually that always comes back to limit you in one way or another. Maybe you don't go get this extra free agent. Maybe you don't sign this guy instead of that guy. Maybe you don't fill an open roster spot, whatever it might be. If the Lakers are spending an extra $100 million in luxury tax payments, there will be an impact. And so I think the Lakers will try to sign all of these guys. I think they will. But I also think the league is going to make them pay dearly to do it.
Well, Rob Pelinka said during his exit interview that he has been emboldened by Jeanie Buss to spend a lot of money in order to bring back a contender, try to maximize on the time that you have with LeBron. He will be in the position to make her a woman of her word, because it is going to cost a pretty penny to keep this thing going.
Make sure to subscribe to Locked On Lakers on YouTube for all sorts of analysis throughout the offseason. And you get obviously the podcast as well. And we will see everybody next time.